Turkish get-ups. Turkish get-ups are a great whole body exercise that can really help us work on control, stability, working on strength in our core, a lot of good stuff. But for a lot of people, if you've never done them before, or if it's been a while, they can be a little bit intimidating on day one. So we're gonna do a couple of things here, review the Turkish get-up and talk about some ways we can get into it pretty simply. All right, so first of all, I can always start off Turkish get-up unloaded, so with no weight, just to make sure I've got the idea of the movement pattern that I'm gonna be using. So first things first, I'm gonna head down to the ground. I'm gonna lay down flat on the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my right leg up, post, my left hand goes out to the side. Now, I'm gonna stick the same arm directly up in the air as my knee that's up in the air. So my right knee is up, my right hand will go up, making a fist, okay? Pretending like I'm holding a kettlebell or a dumbbell in this hand. Now from here, what I'm gonna do is roll up onto my left elbow. So the arm that's outstretched to the side, I'm gonna roll up onto that elbow. Sitting up nice and tall, never stopping, pressing up into my outstretched arm, okay? So I don't ever wanna get here, straight up overhead, and I want my fist and then ultimately my dumbbell or my kettlebell to travel straight up in the air, all right? So from here, I'm up on my left elbow. I'm gonna sit up nice and tall, come up onto my left hand. Now from here, all I'm gonna do is bring my left foot through, come up onto my knee, and do a lunge, sit up, stand up straight in the air, just like this, okay? Now to get back down, I'm just gonna reverse the process. Remembering that I wanna keep my arm straight, pressing out overhead, keep that mass, the kettlebell or the dumbbell, over my center of gravity. The kettlebell Turkish get-up is all about control and stability. So I always wanna maintain that object over my center of gravity. If it gets out in front of me or out too far to the side or too far behind me, it's gonna mess everything up. I'm probably gonna fall or drop that weight, okay? So I'm gonna be here to reverse the process. I'm gonna come back down onto my left knee, left hand onto the ground, rotate underneath. Now I'm back on my butt, back down to my elbow, right back where I started, okay? So again, just to recap, I've got my arm locked out overhead, and actually this time I'll do it with a weight. So I've got my arm locked out overhead with my kettlebell in my hand, all right? Pressing up into that weight. I like to use my thumb as kind of like a sight, so I'm gonna be looking out over my thumb the whole way, and I want my thumb to travel straight up toward the ceiling, okay? So I've got my arm locked. I'm gonna come up onto my left elbow, come up onto my left hand. Now what I'm gonna do is switch my hips, bring my hips through, bring my left foot through, come up onto my knee, and now from here I'm just gonna do a lunge, straight up to standing. Now I'm gonna reverse the process, come back down, left knee, left hand, hips through, all the way back down to the ground, all right? So remember that one completed Turkish get-up rep is all the way up and all the way back down. Remember that the Turkish get-up is about control, okay? Again, we don't want that kettlebell, that dumbbell getting away from us. So if we need to do our kettlebell, our Turkish get-ups unloaded, just with our fists straight up in the air, we need to do that until we get comfortable with the movement and kind of aware of where we are in space. That's what we'll do.